Self-hate, being harsh on ourselves and being angry with ourselves is again a coping mechanism that stems from the childhood. So if we were in our childhood surrounded by people, by parents or caregivers who were abusing us or mistreating or criticizing heavily, we may have adopted a belief that we need to keep ourselves intact in order to get the love, get the affection, get the validation of those who were mistreating us for our survival. And so when we grow up, we have internalized all those messages that they've been sending to us, who we are and what we should do, the way that we are supposed to be in order to be accepted. And so we have a part of ourselves now that tells us the exact same things in order to make sure that we are loved and accepted by those people. The thing is, it's not healthy at all, and to be angry with ourselves, to criticize ourselves, can cause a lot of psychological problems, for example, depression, or just simply stop us from living the wonderful, full, happy, fulfilling life, right? And so the positive thing about that is now is the time that we can have an inner dialogue with that part of ourselves that has a belief that we need to keep ourselves intact in order to survive. We can have a complex and intimate conversation with that part of ourselves, where we tell ourselves that now we can let go of that anxiety. Now we don't have to earn the love of those people. Now we got to decide who we are without those imposed beliefs and the criticism that we've received. Now we don't need their approval for survival. So now we can finally change our self-talk, negative self-talk, into positive one. And we need to convince that part of ourselves that thinks that it's doing us good, that it's not a great system, it's not a great way to survive, it's not a great way to earn anyone's approval or validation at all. And so we can have that conversation where now you can finally let it go. Now it's time to give that approval and validation to ourselves, right? Now we can redefine ourselves despite what we've been told the whole time. Now it is safe to finally step into a person we want to be. And it's okay if they don't accept us, because I accept myself and I accept you. Saying that to the part who is anxious, who is afraid of being rejected or neglected and left behind. And so the more conversations that you have with yourself around how safe you are now because I provide love for myself and I accept myself, the more easier it will get, because that part of you who has that belief can change its mind and finally shift into a more positive self-talk. And as well, whenever you notice that you talk down on yourself, when you criticize yourself, take a moment, take a breath in, and then decide to change that line or that sentence into a positive quality, into a positive sentence. For example, you're stupid. No, I'm not stupid. I'm super smart. And then add some compassion towards yourself. I'm very smart. I'm just struggling with this thing and I need a little bit more time to figure it out. Yes? So compassion and changing your self-talk into a positive one will help you with dealing that self-hate and anger that we may have towards ourselves. So the more conversations you have with that part of you, the less you depend on the people's approval, the validation, and their opinions of you, the more easier, the happier and easier your life will be. And please remember that when you say, I give you my acceptance, I give you my validation, you really need to follow through the words that you're saying. You really need to show that you really do care about yourself, because that part of you needs to be convinced that it is indeed safe now to let go of that belief, of that limiting belief. And so when you do that, your life will transform significantly, because not only will your self-esteem increase, but will you be able to finally find that acceptance and love that you've craved throughout your childhood, right? So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was quite informative and useful. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like that, and if you need coaching sessions, feel free to reach out, send an email, and you can even book a free introductory call. The link is in my bio, in my link tree. Thank you and have a good day.